Hello everyone, welcome to this episode of Market Pulse. I am Ajit Mahuli, the founder and mentor at LPAT. Let's take a look at what the indices have been doing and are likely to do in the coming weeks. So the Nifty again has hit a new high, may continue to do so for another few hundred points. No supply zone on the monthly, not really bullish candles. The entire bullishness still starts from here on the monthly chart. That's the best area for us to go long as of now. Probably on smaller time frames, we'll see some demand zones here. No supply trend is strong and up, but very overextended. On the weekly, again, similar after 2 weeks of strong move, we have again open gap up, but you have to be cautious. This is coming after a sustained move and could also be sold into. So we'll have to wait for the week to be over to see how prices pan out. It could remain range bound. It could form a doji kind of candle for the week. We have the monthly expiry coming up as well. So volatility is going to rise further. We saw today volatility rising pretty high, about 8%. So that's still going to be the demand zone on the weekly, and possibly this one also will act as a demand zone. So, but if at any turn happens here, there's enough reward on the short side, at least till 25,000 right now, and further lower here. But this is not going to happen in a single week unless there is some strong geopolitical or global news. Otherwise, as of now, the momentum is strong enough. No supply zone on the weekly. On the daily chart, after that, a long consolidation for nearly a week, that's about 5 days, we went up. Today, we again opened gap up, but remained range bound and formed a very narrow range candle. Uh, on the daily demand zone, on the daily chart, this is still going to be your area of demand zone, which is at about 24,900. There is on smaller time frames, you could possibly find some demand zones within this area. So if the turn happens, you could see prices moving towards, let's say, 24, 25, 500 first, and then 25, 100 to 25,000. On the lower side, on the upper side, like I said, the sky is the limit. It can further move up, maybe another long candle, or maybe turn down. If we open below this, then that's going to be a signal for trend change. So we'll have to wait for prices to close lower, and then on pullback on smaller time frames can look short for good targets. So as of now, we are looking at, let's say, 2600 or 26,200 to 25,200. That's a 1,000 point range. But remember, markets are very overextended, and stocks and sectors are taking turns to move up. Now it's Bank Nifty's turn, and in Bank Nifty, private bank have finished their moves, and probably PSU banks would see some move. So as you see here, there is no real demand zone that has been created other than this. So there is enough room for it to come down if any turn happens. And if VIX starts moving up, you could see more volatile price action coming in. So you can look at intraday longs, but don't carry longs home. It could be dangerous. And for shorts, you'll have to wait for prices to close below maybe these areas on confirmation. And on pullback, you can look at getting into some spreads or shorts because the volatility is also on the rise. So index trading can be, you can wait for index trading and till confirmation is given, and or any pullback to a demand zone for long trades and be stock specific. A quick look at Bank Nifty. Now this started moving late, but has moved up and given a new high. That's still your main area of demand zone, which starts at 48, 400 on the monthly chart. The trend is still strong enough. So that's a strong trending market. So unless price closes below, let's say 49,700, you may not see bigger pullbacks, let's say up to these areas. Right now, the smaller time frames like weekly and daily will define the range for Bank Nifty. On the weekly, again, there is no supply zone. We just crossed that supply zone with the candle and formed a small doji candle here on the weekly. Again, this week is still in progress. That's how the even the daily candle is. Strong move up. That's the area of demand zone. So if a pullback happens and the index starts turning negative, you could see it coming towards, let's say, 51,000 to 50,200, but you need more confirmation before you look at shorts. Right now, the trend is strong and up, and there is momentum. Today, the momentum was a little weak, but we need to wait for further confirmations. On the monthly, it is very, very overextended as well as daily. Weekly, it's not that overextended, so it can move up still further, let's say up to 54,500 to 54,800. On the daily, there is this area of demand zone which it has formed, and this is going to be crucial demand zone. Unless this demand zone holds, we could see prices again making attempts to go ahead and move or make new highs. That's the next area of demand zone, which is also a very good demand zone. So initial, if this demand zone breaks, there is a confirmation long here that can be taken. But we need to wait and watch, see how this area, this price sustains at around 54,000. We have hit a new high. So the momentum is strong. I prefer Bank Nifty over Nifty for longs, intraday longs, and shorts will wait, and you have to wait for confirmations to get shorts. On the 75-minute chart, if you see, that's the area of demand zone, which is still holding. So unless and until this is not breached, you don't have permissions for swing shorts or longer target shorts. So that's the key demand zone 53,000 to 52,800. Once this is breached and we go here, then probably prices could come all the way towards 51,200 because not too much of demand here. We could see bounces, but if the trend has shifted, those will be shallow bounces, which can be used to sell on the rise. Right now, the momentum is strong enough. Uh, if you are not willing to go long, like I don't want to go long in the index, at such high prices, you have to wait on the sidelines, can play intraday or be stock specific. A quick look at India VIX. Now, the strange part also is that along with the index, India VIX is also, if you see today, went up pretty nice. It hit that low on Friday and went up strongly beyond these areas of supply zone. So VIX is likely to rise, which will make the markets very, very volatile. So that's why smaller time frame demand zones may not hold if the volatility keeps on increasing. So be cautious about it. Wait for confirmation in the index to trade either long or short side, but you can look at stock specific actions. All right. So cautious approach. We also have expiry week, so you could see some momentum towards the upside. And once we get some confirmation, shots will be enabled. Till then, no shots. Hope that helps.